The quiet kid at Adwell boarding college had finally made a decision. While the entire school waited for outside technicians to fix the hacked system, Tunde already knew the truth. The hacker responsible was dangerous, and if no one stopped him soon, the entire school network could be wiped out forever. But what Tunde didn't realize was that someone had already started watching him. And tonight, his secret would no longer stay hidden. That evening at ABC, everything felt different. Normally, evenings at Adwell boarding college were loud and lively. Students talked in the dormitories, played games, or joked around before lights out. But tonight, tension filled the air. The hacking problem had spread through the school like wildfire. Students whispered in groups, teachers walked around looking stressed, and the computer lab had been locked by the administration until further notice. But Tunde already had a plan. After evening prep ended and students returned to their dormitories, Tunde quietly slipped out of his room. The hallway lights were dim. Footsteps echoed softly as he moved through the corridor. He carefully avoided the dorm supervisor's office and made his way toward the academic block. His heart was beating faster now, not because he was scared, but because he knew what was waiting for him inside the computer lab. If the hacker was still inside the system, tonight would become a battle. Tunde reached the lab door, locked. Just as expected, he looked around the hallway to make sure no one was watching. Then he pulled something from his pocket, a small key. Months earlier, when he helped the ICT teacher repair some broken computers, the teacher had unknowingly allowed Tunde to keep a spare key to the lab. The door opened quietly. Inside, the room was dark. Rows of computers sat silently under the faint moonlight coming through the windows. Tunde walked straight to the corner computer, the one everyone thought was broken. He switched it on. The old machine hummed to life. The screen flickered. Tunde sat down and cracked his fingers. The quiet boy from the classroom disappeared. Now, Ghostbite was in control. His fingers moved across the keyboard with incredible speed. Lines of code appeared on the screen. Network logs, firewall alerts, security breaches. Within seconds, Tunde found the problem. Black Cobra was still inside the school system. Worse, the hacker had planted a program designed to slowly delete files overnight. Student records, exam data, teacher documents, everything. If the program finished running, Adwell boarding college would lose years of information. Tunde leaned closer to the screen. Not tonight, he whispered. He began writing commands rapidly, blocking access points, tracing the hacker's location, rebuilding the school's firewall. But suddenly, something unexpected happened. A message appeared on the screen. A message from the hacker himself. Black Cobra. Interesting. Someone is interfering with my work. Tunde froze. Black Cobra had noticed him. Another message appeared instantly. Black Cobra. You're good, but you're too late. At that exact moment, dozens of files on the system began deleting at once. The hacker had triggered the final stage of the attack. Tunde's fingers moved even faster now. If he didn't stop this quickly, everything would disappear. Code filled the screen. Commands executed one after another. For several intense minutes, it felt like two invisible warriors were fighting across the network. Black Cobra attacking, Ghostbite defending. Then suddenly, the door behind Tunde creaked open. He didn't notice at first, because he was completely focused on the screen. But someone had entered the computer lab. Someone who had secretly followed him. Someone who had been curious about the quiet boy for weeks. Amina. She stood in the doorway, confused. Tunde. He turned around instantly. His eyes widened. Amina looked at the glowing screen behind him. Code was scrolling rapidly across the monitor. Complex commands, security systems, network maps, things she had never seen before. Her eyes widened in shock. Tunde, what are you doing? For a moment, the room was silent. Tunde realized something. His secret was no longer safe. The quiet kid everyone ignored had just been caught. And Amina had seen everything. But before he could explain anything, another warning flashed across the computer screen. System alert. Data wipe initiated. Black Cobra had launched a final attack. The school system had only minutes left before everything disappeared. Tunde looked at the screen, then back at Amina. There was no more time to hide the truth. I need to stop this hacker, he said quickly. Amina stared at him in disbelief. You can do that? Tunde turned back to the keyboard. I have to. And the battle against Black Cobra had just entered its most dangerous stage. But Tunde had no idea that Black Cobra was already preparing something even worse. Something that could expose Ghostbite's identity. And if that happened, the quiet kid's secret would be revealed to the entire school. Forever. If you want to see what happens next and discover whether Tunde can defeat Black Cobra and save Adwell Boarding College, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because in part 3, the final part, the battle between Ghostbite and Black Cobra will reach its shocking conclusion, and the entire school will finally discover the truth about the quiet kid.